everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kathleen here, and in today's video I am going to be doing an all natural makeup look using drugstore products. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Okay, so welcome if you're new here. My name's Kathleen and I create content about lifestyle and beauty for mature women. And in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup look using some e.l.f. products, right? I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty I'm going to be using as a primer. I have the e.l.f. Soft Glam, this foundation, which I am loving. And I have the L'Oreal Panoramic Mascara. I have the e.l.f. Lip Oil. And I have Wet n Wild concealers, Incognito, which I love these. These are a serum concealer and they're very, very lightweight, and it's something that I really appreciate on my dry, mature skin. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so first I'm going to start with this e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty. I do have this in another form. It comes in a tub where you actually have to stick your fingers in and pull it out, but they've revamped it, and now you have this lightweight pore putty that looks kind of like this, right? So if you have a lot of pores in certain areas, like I have a lot of pores in here, so it's a little bit creamier, it's a little bit lighter than the poreless putty that comes in a tub. Like that has a tendency to be thick, which is good, but sometimes if you put too much of it, it can kind of disrupt the foundation that you're putting on your face. So you can see I just used a little bit. I don't use it all over my entire face, but I do use it where I have some large pores on my face, which is typically in, you know, these areas here where I tend to get oily, or when I used to get oily. I don't really get oily anymore. Okay, so yeah, that is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty. It only comes in one shade, comes in this nice little tube. So, and it retails for $10. I'm going to use the Incognito Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use this as my eye primer as opposed to using the MAC, right? And then I can either take my finger or I can take a brush and kind of blend that in. For the sake of today's video, I'm going to be using this Mario F1 brush, right? You can see it has this more tapered head on one side, and then it has a smaller tapered head on the other side, which I love because you can just use one brush for both, you know, your concealer and for smaller jobs, and then you can use the bigger brush for your foundation if you want, or you can use it for bronzers or blush or whatever else powders that you like to put on. So I'm going to go in, I'm just going in and I'm just kind of dabbing that in all over my eyelid, and that is going to act as my primer for today. And really all that's doing is going in there and just evening out any color that I might have, discoloration that I might have on my lid, so that the eyeshadow can pop more. This is the Milani Bold Obsessions, and I've had this for several years now. So you can see it has 12 colors in here. You can see my most well-loved colors, that top row, which is all the neutrals. And then for today's video, because I'm doing more of a natural makeup look, I'm probably just going to use this color here, right? And then probably just go across my lid with that really soft, just neutral color right there. And I'm going to be taking this brush here. This is my Yano Series number 6 brush. You've heard me talk about this many times. You can see it has like a paintbrush type head on it. And I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna take this color here. I'm gonna go in, and this color is called Sweet as Honey. Just kind of go in and tap off any of the excess. And I'm going to use the palette here, and I'm just going to go in. I'm going to start right where the hood is in my lid there, and just kind of make sweeping motions going back and forth, and then some circular motions going around just to kind of blend it in. Yeah, it just kind of gives my eye a little pop of color. Again, this is more natural. Tap off that excess. It's a really good habit to get into, is tapping off the excess. You don't want your eyeshadow to look patchy, you know what I mean? It'll be too much eyeshadow that you're putting on there, and then it just makes it really, really difficult to blend it out. So, and we want it to look as seamless and natural as possible. So And then if you do happen to put too much on, just simply take a clean brush and go back there and just kind of sweep back and forth brush. And I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna take this color here, which is called Bear in Mind. So it's a very light color. And I like the fact that I can actually read these colors on the back of the palette. And I'm just gonna go across and I'm just gonna tap that across my entire lid. And that is pretty much the same color as my lid. You really can't see that much of a difference. And you could also add a shimmer if you want to dress this up a little bit. They do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers on this palette if you like shimmer. I love drugstore products. I really do. I love a lot of the products. There's no need to spend a lot of money on makeup. So, you know, you can get some really great products in the drugstore for half the price of higher end products, which I also believe in. So for those of you who don't know, I have a bridal hair and makeup company. So I use these products all the time. So I need them, you know what I'm saying? So I'll use them, I'll have to test out, I have to stay with what's current. But I find that the thing that if you're gonna spend money on would be skincare. So if you're have really, really good skin and take care of your skin, the makeup will go on and look amazing, and you'll have to just use less of it, especially if you like more of a natural makeup look. You can just, you know, bump up your skincare. And I found once I started to do that, like my makeup game changed completely. I was always trying to cover up dark spots on my skin, like I had a bunch of hyperpigmentation, you know, from sun exposure. I had, you know, just, it wasn't like I had a lot of dead skin cells built up on my skin, so it looked kind of ruddy and old looking. There wasn't any glow coming through to my skin. So I just sprayed this here. This is the Hyaluronic Fix. It's a hydrating setting spray, right? And I just sprayed the end of this angle brush because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take this brown color down here and I'm gonna use that as my eyeliner. So what I'm gonna do is just go in there and I'm gonna tap this very small angle brush and I'm gonna go across my lash line. Just to kind of use it as, and I'm really just taking it and tapping into that. Tapping in, let me see if I can bring you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see I'm just going right across that lash line. I'm just taking this brush and tapping right into the lash. I'm almost bending down the lash here so that it looks as natural as possible. And if I do get a little heavy with it, I can just simply take a brush, a pencil brush, and go across there and just kind of sweep it out so it looks more blended. I don't like anything looking too harsh on my eyes. I don't like anything looking too harsh, period, but. So you can see how that just kind of softens it up if you just take a brush and just kind of sweep it again. Don't be afraid to get right in there on your lashes. Just go right in there and blend it in. Because that's what's gonna make it look natural, right? Now if you see that, that looks a little hard looking. So that's when I'll take this pencil brush and go right there. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you this Rimmel Eyebrow Pencil. It retails for $3.78. And now you cannot beat that color. And let me just, I love the Benefit Precision Brow. First of all, because it's super fine. I love that, so you can make like hair-like strokes. And not that you can't do it with this eyebrow pencil, but I would constantly have to sharpen the pencil. So, and when I'm working, I don't really want to stop to sharpen my pencils all the time. There, so you can see, like that's a perfect color for my skin tone and my eyes. Hazel Eyebrow Pencil from Rimmel, and it retails for under $4. Next, I'm going to take this e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. This retails for $8, and it's in the shade here, so you can see it's not too runny. It's, you know, has a nice little consistency to it. And I'm actually going to take the other end of that Mario brush, stick my stick that tapered end in there, and I'm going to apply this foundation. And I'm pretty much going to use this under my eye too. Coverage, right? It's not too heavy, it's very soft looking. There's a nice little sheen to it. Okay, let's go do the other side. Take it right up under my eye there. Again, like skincare, like I find that the more I take care of my under eye with using, you know, any type of eye creams or, you know, hydrating underneath there at night, like I find like I have to use less makeup on my skin when I take care of my skin. So we can get away with using a drugstore product without it looking, you know, too heavy. I mean, you can get away using drugstore products no matter what, but my point is to try to keep the makeup looking as natural as possible. So to do so, then you would, you know, just use, you know, take care of your skin. Okay, next I'm going to go, now these are not drugstore, but I've had them and I'm totally obsessed with them, and these are the NudeStix. This one here is in Tan Glow. I love this. I love this, and I'm gonna go, and I love it because it's so easily blendable, super blendable. You can't like overdo it. And I find like sometimes if you're doing this to your skin, like if you don't blend it out right away, it dries and you're really trying to rub it into the skin. Not with these. These NudeStix are amazing. I love them. And I'm gonna take the same brush I used on my foundation, and I'm just gonna dab it into the skin. Now you can do this underneath the foundation too, like you can just, and then add your foundation over the top of it. But I don't know, for the sake of today's video, I'm just doing it this way. And you can see how lightweight they are. Again, if you get yourself a nice brush like this, you can just keep tapping. Don't try not to swipe too much, just tap, tap, tap. And that's what makes it look more natural than anything. Okay, next I'm going to take the Nudes Matte. This is called Bareback, and this is it's a blush, and you can see it's a very sheer colored blush, right? Not too, I'm gonna go over it with a powder blush, and I'm just gonna go right on top of where I put that bronzer. Yes, ever since I've got these NudeStix, I've been using them on like every wedding because I'm loving them. All right, next I have this blush from Morphe. See, I depotted it, so it's this pretty blush color. If you want to reference anything, I'm going to put it in the description box below. So I'm going to take this Morphe blush, and I'm just going to tap a little bit over the top of that other blush, and it's just going to give it a little bit more color. Okay, next I'm going to go in, and I am going to spray with this hyaluronic spray, right? And that's just going to kind of marry everything together, and it's going to set it for the rest of the day. And it has a little weird smell to it, but it goes away after a second. You don't smell it on your skin. I love this mascara. This is the Panoramic Mascara. This is a great drugstore mascara. I have other mascaras too that I use, but this is a great drugstore mascara. And for me, mascara does a lot. So, right, that just kind of changes the whole eye look. I don't look as tired. And you can see I didn't use a concealer under my eyes, and it doesn't look, my eyes don't look too tired. I don't see big heavy circles. So that's the mascara, that's the Panoramic Mascara. And then lastly, I'm going to use this NYX lip liner. It's in the color Mauve. And you can see that this is, again, is a well-loved product. I use this one all the time. It's like a perfect natural color for my lips. And I'm gonna go in and line my lips. So comment below, let me know if you used any of these products. If you have, what was your thoughts on these products? And then let me know what your favorite drugstore product is of all time. A lot of times I'll just use my lip pencil and fill in my entire lip because it has a little bit more pigment in it. And then I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. lip oil. Just a very sheer, almost feels like balm on your lips. It's not too oily feeling. So just to kind of recap, everything I used was from the drugstore, with the exception of the NudeStix, which I purchased online. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below if you're interested. And if you gained any value from this video, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video.